Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I know I've been gone for a very long time, but in today's video I'm going to be making it back. I'm going to be going through a trade that I sent to the group right here on Euro NZD that ended up being one of my most profitable setups. A setup that ended up running for 300 pips and had a risk to reward of 1 to 36. We did have 2 FTMO passes in the group chat as a result of this setup, so this was an amazing setup. I'll be going through it. I'll also be going through Wyckoff. I'll be going through Wyckoff in a beginner level way where you are able to understand everything that I talk about. I have made a full document explaining Wyckoff in the description. I'll be giving this out for free once this video hits 500 likes. So let's try hit 500 likes. As soon as that happens, this will be in the description so you can all benefit from this and maybe download it and help you in your own back testing. I'll be talking about the functions of Wyckoff. I'll be talking about how to use Wyckoff for low time frame entries, and then finally how to identify Wyckoff on the chart. Right, so the first thing, the functions of Wyckoff. Right, I'm going to read this out word for word. Function 1. Wyckoff distribution and accumulation schematics allow smart money and other large capital market participants to find the liquidity that they need in order to open positions. What do I mean by that? I mean that in any sort of market, it doesn't necessarily have to be a financial market, you need to have both buyers and sellers, right? Price is a representation of the interaction between these buyers and these sellers, right? If there are more buyers than sellers, price will go up. If there are more sellers than buyers, price will go down, right? That's just the inherent inherent nature of any sort of market, right? We need to understand that, say for example, I'm going to give you a real life example of this. Say you are at an Apple store and you want to buy an iPhone, right? I'm going to draw this out for you. Say this is the iPhone and you want to buy it. The Apple store may not have this iPhone in stock and you want to buy that iPhone. So that transaction of you buying an iPhone from the Apple store that doesn't have the iPhone in stock cannot occur, just because it doesn't make logical sense, right? You can't buy something from someone if they are not selling the thing, right? It's the same thing in the financial market. It's the same thing in any sort of financial market. You can use this in the Forex market, the stock market, crypto market, all the same. We need to understand that, say for example, we're on Euro NZD. Say for example that in this price range here, smart money wants to buy this asset, right? If there aren't enough sellers that are selling the amount that smart money wants to buy, that transaction cannot occur. So say for example, in this area right here, smart money wants to buy 10 iPhones. I'm just going to use the item iPhone because it's a tangible thing and it's easy to think about, right? Say in this area, smart money wants to buy, or I want to buy 10 iPhones. If Apple stores in this area don't have 10 iPhones, then that transaction cannot occur, right? So in order to fix that, smart money and other large capital market participants, which is basically the same thing as smart money, have come up with Wyckoff. Wyckoff is a strategy where they will instigate retail buying and selling by printing situations onto the market that will cause them to buy and sell. So what do I mean by that? We understand that there is a strategy that retail traders use very commonly to open and close trades, and that is support and resistance. So they have areas of support and resistance. Right, I'm just going to draw a picture perfect ranging market. We understand that in this area here, right, we call this our area of resistance, well, at least that's what retail traders will be saying, and this is our area of support, right? We need to understand that at this area right here, retail traders are going to be doing a lot of buying, and at this area here, retail traders are going to be doing a lot of selling, right? If I am smart money and I want to buy this asset at this area here, it's going to be very easy for me to do so because everyone is selling. Therefore, the sellers for me to buy from are available, right? So, and the same thing vice versa. So if I want to sell this asset here, it's very easy for me to do so if I am smart money because everyone is buying, so I can sell however much I want to those buyers, right? So that's ideal scenario for smart money. However, what can happen is, say for example, at this area right here, or say for example we just have an area that smart price is coming into, there may not be enough liquidity for smart money to buy this market. So what they will do is they will print situations in that zone. So within this zone, so say this is the area that smart money wants to buy this asset from. What smart money will do is they will print situations onto the market to instigate retail selling. So what would that look like? That would look something like this. They'll have maybe areas of resistance that they formed, right, breaking structure above areas of resistance, coming back, right, breaking lows again, and then creating an area of resistance again, right? These are the two areas of resistance that I've mentioned so far. Then taking out that liquidity to the upside again and again. That's literally all Wyckoff is. If I get up my live chart again, this is literally all that was happening in this area. If I then go into the 1 minute and I just show us what I'm talking about, right? Here what we have is we have an area of resistance here, we have another area of resistance here, right? Smart money is forming these areas of resistance again and again, very frequently. Another area of resistance here, right? Just to then take it out to the upside. As you can see, takes it out to the upside, takes it out to the upside, taking it out to the upside, mitigating everyone that was selling at these areas here, right? Taking their liquidity for them to be able to open their sells at these zones that I've marked out, right? So what some Wyckoff is basically that process of mitigating highs and lows, the name given to that process of mitigating highs and lows, right? So literally all it is you find areas that smart money has found, has instigated retail buying or selling, taken the other side of their positions, and then found your order blocks. We don't give up on our 3 rules that we look at for that video that now has 100,000 views, which is absolutely crazy. We don't give up on those rules. We always believe that we look at our higher time frames. In this case, for the trade that I took, I looked at my higher time frames. You can see that on our higher time frame, we were very clearly bearish on our 4-hour time frame, forming lower lows and lower highs. This is a high, a lower high, a lower high. You can look at it. You don't even have to draw it on, right? We are quite clearly bearish. Also, what I noticed was on the 1-hour time frame, if I zoom out, there was a very clear area of order block up in this zone, right? That order block is valid because we have an engulfing candle afterwards indicating that volume has increased, and that smart money has gotten involved in the market. The market breaks structure again, further validifying this OB, right? Then the market comes back to our OB, and we were expecting the market to start to sell off. That's what ended up happening, right? Another thing that I had that added confidence to this setup was that we had a very clear area of double top, right? We understand that when we have areas of double top that are as clear as this, we understand there's going to be a lot of resting liquidity, a lot of resting orders that will look like buy stop orders, sell limit orders, so on and so forth, all resting above here. What smart money is doing is they are taking that liquidity. So we are seeing mitigations on the macro and micro level. We're seeing it on our higher time frames here, and then if you drop down to our 1 minute, we're seeing it on our 1 minute here. That's literally the process of Wyckoff, and that's literally the process of liquidity concepts, right? So that's the first function of Wyckoff, to help smart money find the liquidity that they need for their moves in the market. I've gone into more detail here, so you can look at this when I post it in the description. The second thing that Wyckoff does is it allows, I'll read this out word for word again, Wyckoff schematic can allow smart money to open big positions by distributing orders and positions without crashing the market, assuming that there's enough liquidity to open a position. What do I mean by that? I mean, you'll notice here that smart money have multiple opportunities to sell this market. They can sell this market here, 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 and even here, right? So smart money has multiple opportunities to sell this market. Say smart money in this whole area here wanted to have a, let's just say, a 200 million pound position, right? Let me not try, you know, type right with a mouse. But anyway, as I was saying, say in this whole area, smart money wants to open a 200 million pound or dollar if you're American, sell position. What smart money can do is they can distribute that into smaller orders. So they can open a small order here, another small order here, another small order here, another small order here, and another small order here. What that means is they've opened their positions without crashing the market. If we had enough liquidity for the move, and a lot of the time there won't be enough liquidity for the move, but assuming there is, right? And smart money opened one huge 200 million pound position here, what that would cause, the effect on the market would be, market would crash heavily, right? Then what would happen is people that were selling the market, buying the market up here, will close their positions, further causing price to go down. People buying here will close positions, further causing price to go down, which is, you know, what we call a flash crash. And that is any trader's worst case scenario. Flash crashes are not good for anyone. Of course they're good for people that are shorting, but for most people in the market, they are a worst case scenario. And Wyckoff helps get rid of that and helps minimize the risk of that happening. I hope that makes sense. So the third thing, I haven't gone into much detail for this because I've left it for the course, but basically I'll go through it very briefly now, is how to use Wyckoff for lower time frame confirmations. I barely use Wyckoff on time frames such as the 4 hour, daily, and 1 hour. What I much prefer to do is I prefer to use Wyckoff when I already have my directional bias. So my directional bias is bearish, as you can see, because we are bearish overall. We have come into an OB. It's clear on the 1 hour, right? We've come into an OB right here. The market is then pushing. We're expecting the market to push downwards from this OB. Then what I am doing is I am using Wyckoff within our area here to sell the market from, right? That's what I suggest you do, and that's how I suggest you go through Wyckoff, because what it means is you can then refine entries and get sniper entries and tiny stop losses. So for this trade, I was dealing with a 10 pip stop loss, right? A 300 pip risk to reward, 300 pip reward. So we're looking at 1 to 34 risk to reward. So this was a beautiful setup. And that's why I suggest you use it as lower time frame confirmation, and you don't use it for those higher time frames such as the 4 hour, daily. It's not worth it. So that's how I suggest you look at Wyckoff. This is a beautiful setup. If I play this market and I go into something like the 4 hour, just so you can see what ended up happening, the market triggered me in, beautiful setup, and dropped all the way. Just to show you why I entered and why I entered at that specific price, and I zoom all the way back out. The reason I entered here was, in fact, let me actually replay this market to here again, and I go to the 10 minute. What I noticed was there was a very, very clear, as you can see, a very clear 10-minute demand zone. This OB is valid, number one, because we have our engulfing candle that we look for, indicating that volume increase, indicating smart money has gotten involved in the market, has happened. Right, so that's the first thing. We've had an engulfing candle, and number two, we've had breaks of structures below equal lows here. Right, so it's fulfilled the two criteria that we look for. It's broken structure to the downside, and the OB is valid because we've had an engulfing candle. So what I thought was I was going to enter from here, and that was my entry. As you can see, the market came exactly to my entry price. If I play it again, so that 4 hour, you just see that entry price. It came to my entry and dropped rapidly. Right, where did I target? I just targeted daily lows down here. These were my targets. You could have maybe even targeted demand zones here, but that's basically the same thing as the daily lows. So I targeted here, and I was out of the trade for how many pips was this? 297 pips. Beautiful setup, picture perfect setup. You can't get a better setup for smart money. Again, if you want to join the group, it will literally be the best investment you've made in yourself. $140 for lifetime access. That's the cheapest in, that you will get for something where you're getting mentorship, trade ideas, and education. So yeah, invest in yourself. It will change your life. This has been Mahad FX. I will be making a new video about another trade that I posted in the group chat on GJ, if I can find it really quick. Another trade that was on GJ all the way down here. So this was a trade that I posted on GJ that was profitable, but another one, I'll find it and I'll make a video about it. It was in the watch list that I posted in the group chat later on, maybe tomorrow or the day after, so stay tuned for that. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications. Let's get this to 500 likes, and I'll be posting this in the description. I'm happy to be back, and hopefully we'll continue being consistent and continue posting. Thank you for watching.